Perchance, amen, amen, perchance.
Amen.
Perchance. Okay, anyway, what's the first conspiracy theory that you guys have?
The Cuban guy.
The Cuban guy?
Castro.
Okay, that's not very conspiratorial because he's dead, but
That's just stating a fact.
Yeah.
He is in fact a person. Or was a person. Oh, I have one.
Okay.
I have one. You know the family history vaults in the mountains in Utah? You know those?
No.
Oh yeah, there's basically giant nuclear weapon-proof mountains in Utah.
Wait. I have
I think they're hiding mech suits in there that they're kind of.
I doubt it, but okay.
Okay, so Jones.
I think it would be funny.
Yeah, it would be fun. Okay, what call?
Found we're over at your house, and we found that secret.
No, I know they're not. They don't listen past the first minute.
We can say anything we want right now.
Yes, but we still shouldn't, so please refrain.
I'm not going to.
Oh, okay.
Actually, maybe we should. If it's controversial, people are more likely to watch it. They're like, what did he say?
No. We should talk about, like, what were we about to talk about?
We were about to talk about how these are dumb conspiracies that you guys have. But how about this one? I have a theory that the government is behind NASA. I heard about it on this cool, very factual website called The Onion. They were covering a conspiracy theory, discussing this exact theory.
What kind of evidence do they have for the government being behind NASA?
Do you think it's a coincidence that they put an American flag on the moon? I don't think so. I think it's connected.
Dang, that's a good point.
Yeah, lots of... Wow.
They're probably funded.
You're not good at this. Okay.
They were probably funded.
Yeah.
That's how they got the money.
Yeah, probably, but who funded them? That's the real question. And I have reason to believe it's the U.S. government.
Well, would you say that the government is made up of, like, people who have a lot of money?
Let me guess. Yes, but only because they were rich in the first place. As I said, it takes money to get money.
That's what you said. You told me it takes money to make money.
But what if it didn't?
You just said it. Also, if it didn't, then I'd be rich now, Jimmy. Actually, I am going to be rich someday, don't get me wrong.
Yeah, when you're a professional slacker.
Yeah, that actually might happen. Currently, my plans involve getting a degree and living in a bus in San Diego.
Did you just dox yourself?
No, I doxed my future self, okay?
Right, good point.
You're gonna look back on this and regret it.
Bet.
Amen, perchance.
Okay, no, I'm saying...
Wants to go to the kitchen with me.
Now, you go to the kitchen. Alright, I'll stay here recording this. So how about this, right? If I win this bet of me not regretting this, you owe me a Dodge Viper, specifically one of those from 2016 with the big wing on the back, right? But if I lose this bet and I look back on this and regret it, then I don't know, I'll give you an S2000.
Oh, perchance.
Perchance.
Perchance, amen.
What? No amen.
Amen.
Stop. Oh, I guess you could theoretically, you are using amen correctly, you're using perchance completely wrong, though. Have you guys listened to the
Perchance, amen, perchance.
Okay, I just think you don't have anything constructive to say right now. So let's move on to our next topic. Have you guys listened to the podcast Philosophize This?
No.
Well, then you're on culture. But anyway, this guy
What's your
discussed
thoughts on nationalism?
naturalism. Like nudism, where you go ahead. No, naturalism is where you study the environment.
No.
Which naturalism?
Naturalism is the idea or belief that only natural laws and forces, as opposed to supernatural ones, operate in the universe.
I see. So basically,
Yes.
atheism.
Eh,
It's pretty much the same.
there is wiggle room there, but typically it precludes atheism, yes.
Okay, who's to say a supernatural being isn't a natural being that we just don't want to admit is a natural
Well, then
being?
it's not a supernatural being. It's just a natural being that we don't understand.
Well, then I think naturalism is a dumb idea because they're rejecting the supernatural when the supernatural could be natural.
Well, it's not rejecting the supernatural that could be natural. It's rejecting the unfalsifiability of the supernatural that is
Oh, the unfalsified. So you mean that the supernatural being isn't perfect?
Okay, Jimmy. Jonas.
No.
Define natural and define supernatural. In this context, please.
In this context, natural is that which is observable and measurable to us.
Oh, I see. And by measurable, you mean we've come up with units of measurement for them based on arbitrary things?
Well, there's a hole in that.
Observable is typically good enough. In this case, however, there are exceptions to that, typically when it relates to consciousness and thought, which is still the main big problem with this.
Okay, so I see what you're saying, but I have an analogy for this, right? We can't really see the wind, but we can feel it and see its effect on things,
But we
right?
can measure it.
Yes, we can
We
measure
can
it.
observe its effects around us, therefore we can make a reasonable assumption that the wind exists.
Yes, but I'm still gonna say, continuing this reasoning,
We can't do this for supernatural due to it not being measurable.
but we can measure the effects of the supernatural, can we not?
We can, however, in this case, if there is a naturalistic explanation, why would we not take that one over the supernatural?
Okay, the reason is because, well, you know probability and that
Especially
stuff,
if the
right?
naturalistic one fits the data better than the supernatural.
Yeah, but it doesn't always.
Why doesn't it?
I don't know.
The
Well,
other problem with supernatural is that if it's unfalsifiable, then you can then modify it to fit the data however you want without
yes, but you could always do that with natural things as well. But what I'm gonna say
not
is,
always.
no, but sometimes. So what I'm gonna say about this is that because we can observe the effects of the supernatural on our lives, and if we can't, well, then there's no
Well,
real.
that's how you refer to
How do you know something?
Well, it depends. For effects, we need to go more specific into what supernatural we're talking about. Are we talking about supernatural as in God, the God, gods, or some other ghosts and spirits and whatnot?
Who said it? Supernatural is just gods and ghosts.
Well, I'm listing examples because
Well, in this case, listing examples is
yeah.
Let's talk God, capital G, G-O-D, the God, the dog, God, God.
Okay,
Double G.
Yes.
not the G-O-double-D though.
God,
You have double D's.
no.
So it's Snoop to the G to the O to the double D.
Sure.
Okay, if we're talking about Snoop God. Anyway,
God is the one that invented weed.
yeah. The god of weed as opposed to the god of wine, Dionysus, or whatever. Yeah, but anyway, generally the problem with this in naturalism is you're saying consciousness is not part of the naturalistic ideas, right?
I think consciousness is the biggest problem to naturalistic ideas, but not that it isn't necessarily capable of fitting within it.
Okay, well then what I'd say is based on personal experience with stuff, there's a lot of coincidences in my life that are based on prayer that things turn out the way they are. However, there is a counter-argument to this, which I'm about to say right now. Our prayers generally are to what we feel anxious about, right?
Colin interrupted me here.
Okay, let's listen to him.
Okay, you're saying that there are coincidences involving that. However, the problem with coincidences in this is there is an easier naturalistic explanation that doesn't require the existence of a god.
Yes.
Unprovable and unprovable.
That I'm very lucky, but I was gonna present a better counter argument than that, okay?
That's a basic counter argument. Go ahead.
Okay, so basically what I was gonna say about this is that generally our anxieties are misplaced and things that we worry will happen won't happen, so even if we're praying for things not to happen and for us to be okay, it's likely that we'll be okay anyway, right?
Yes.
Okay. So that's the main counter argument to that point. However, I do have a counter argument, which is really not for naturalism specifically and how to prove that there is a God. Actually, I do. So, do we accept the Bible as non-fiction for the most part, or are we throwing it out saying we can't tell, so we're not going to use it?
And the Bible is a collection of many, many genres that have been watered down due to interpretation in modern day.
Alright, then what about the Book of Mormon? Do you actually translate it from a so-called supernatural being? Well,
the Book of Mormon is a work of 19th century fiction.
Alright, really good quality 19th century fiction, though. Okay.
It's pretty big, to be honest. Very boring, and 17-30% of it is copied directly from the King James Version Bible, so.
No, yeah, that's true, but so is the Bible referencing the rest of it, so.
Jonas.
What?
And actually, it couldn't have come from any version other than the King James Version Bible, because many of the things in it were specifically.
Jonas, as someone who is not am I allowed to read the Book of Mormon?
Yes, why warning you? It's encouraged.
Remember,
yes, that's the whole point, Colin.
What?
How you convert people.
Yes, because basically here's how the conversion to what is known as the Church of Jesus Christ as Latter-day Saints, colloquially, but also incorrectly known as Mormon, is basically the whole. What?
It's a pretty correct term, although, however, I would like to say that the term Mormon actually refers to more of the Church of Jesus Christ Latter-day Saints. It also refers to the LDS Church down in 64 and probably about 12 to 13 other smaller sects.
Yes, I like sex as much as you do, but the thing about this is that one of those sects, which is the biggest sect, is the one now known as the Church of Christ, which due to financial trouble merged with other churches, so it's kind of iffy as to what it should be.
Is it still straightforward, working with the Book of Mormon, though?
Yeah, it's actually. So the thing about the Book of Mormon is it's way simpler in what it's telling you to do. It's not any sort of, you have to read between the lines or anything. It's just telling you exactly what it is without any sort of supposed interpretation.
That's pretty true.
Okay. So wait, where were we talking about? Oh yeah, the Book of Mormon. So
how many pages are in the Book of Mormon?
100 some, and then you have a topical guide shown at the end usually, and an index.
Yeah, it's still managed the letters.
I don't know, it's not super interesting to me. I mean, there are some good stories in it, but honestly,
the stories are interesting, but the way they're delivered is not.
Yeah, but that's just to do with this. Well, actually, I hear it has to do with the way that it's set up as more of a thing you study than a thing you read. Like, if you were to remove chapters and verses and stuff, I hear it's a lot easier to read.
That's the way it was originally transcribed.
Yes, I understand that.
Question.
Yeah?
Is there only the Book of Mormon, or are there other, books?
We use the Bible as well, the New and Old Testament.
There's the Pearl of Great Price, which includes the Book of Abraham and most Old Testaments, and there's also
the Pearl of Great Price also includes a retranslation of some of Moses. And then we actually have this other thing called Doctrine and Covenants, which is
also known as the Book of Commandments.
I've never heard it referred to that, but I believe you.
Yes,
you're kind of fading out in the end of audio there.
Yeah, I know. I said that because I know more than you.
Oh yeah, of course it is. Anyway, the point is that we have lots of scriptures, including what most Christians already believe to be true. Anyway, yeah, you can read it if you want. I encourage you to. The way conversion works is you're supposed to read the Book of Mormon, then pray about it, And if you get a feeling saying, yes, this is true, you're supposed to do it. Of course.
Is that what
That's a pretty weak reason to convert, though, right?
is that what we were doing at the camp? You said it was like your testimony or something?
Oh yeah, no, that's similar but different as well. Basically, yeah, so basically...
Testimony is when you basically go and tell other people something.
Yeah, which generally helps other people convert because they're like, well, if this person believes it, then maybe it is true and maybe I should look more into it. But there is a problem with this. If you don't really believe it and you're telling people, you're kind of creating this issue where you're encouraging others, being like, oh yeah, this person believes it, it must be true, and then doing this whole cycle of thing. So you need to make sure you're thinking for yourself. This is true of like anything, though.
Fair enough.
Okay, yeah. Let's see. So anyway, back to...
I do think that a warm, fuzzy feeling.
No.
Jimmy, has the Heavenly Father wronged you at all?
No.
No, he just... well, how can a being that one doesn't believe exists wrong you?
Yeah, that's not how it works.
So it's pretty much... Actually...
I was wondering why you were, like, not like Mormon.
Well,
member of the Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints.
Mormon works. Just say Mormon. It's so tedious.
Not really. It only takes a couple seconds extra to be respectful.
It's like 14 syllables. It's not worth it. And yeah, honestly, I think the whole thing was incredibly stupid. Most of it had to do with Nelson's,
wow, lots
it's actually kind of funny when I do more research into that. It's actually kind of funny, the way they looked at each other.
Yeah.
No, I don't believe because I simply don't believe in God.
I see.
Most people,
ye position and ye Pete.
Basically, the reason I'm no longer a member is because I realized that I don't believe that the idea of a God is rational or logical. Basically, I became a naturalist, and then I reevaluated my stance on the church and its social issues.
Actually,
what caused you to be naturalist?
It was
like one thing over time.
It was a lot of things over time, but basically, when I reevaluated religion, spirituality, and the supernatural, I came to the conclusion that all of these are inherently self-contradictory. If one can't be true, it doesn't make sense that all of them can't necessarily... I'm not explaining this very well. Basically, I know for a fact that the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints probably isn't inspired by God, and if they aren't, then why would any of the other ones be? They don't act very different than them when it gets down to it. Some of them might be better on social issues, some of them might be more progressive. But in the end, they're still based on what I believe to be an irrational idea of a God. And once I realized that, I had no reason to keep believing.
Okay, that's actually an interesting thing. So pretty much I have something to say after this basically about irrationality and rationality, but first I'm gonna ponder for a second about what you said and see if I can't come up with a good response. I may not be able to.
It's a lot. It took me like multiple years to process that myself, so that's understandable.
I'm definitely gonna cut out this silence though in the edit.
Alright.
If we swear, are you going to cut that out?
I'm gonna try, but I prefer you just don't swear.
And you can just like...
Yeah, lots of options.
Are there any non-swear words that you would censor?
Honestly, I think swear words are worse than the normal ones.
Really? Like frick and stuff? Actually...
Okay, well, stuff like dang is kind of understandable, but like frick and that just are like, they're just cringy.
Yeah, they are
just
cringy,
say the real word at that point.
No, my point about that kind of thing is, wow, I'm gonna have to totally rearrange this discussion for it to make any sense to anyone listening. Hi, this is Jonas, editing this. That's not gonna happen. Okay. Anyway, we'll get back to the other thing in a second. But for the whole swear word things, I feel that if you're substituting stuff for other swear words, it's just a way to get out of what's known as vulgarity. But I think vulgarity is kind of dumb and self-inflicting, however you say it, because essentially when you're using vulgarity, in the first place, it's trying to be bad and common and, like, crude and stuff, right? But the only reason they're crude is because people believe they're crude. But if they actually believe they're crude, why are they using it? So it's kind of this dumb cycle.
It's all arbitrary.
It is, but
it's arbitrary collection of syllables we all agree that are somehow worse than others.
Yeah, except there's only one swear word that I actually have, like, massive issue with calling someone out. Okay, irregardless of any of this, things just...
irregardless, Jonas? Irregardless?
I use the term irregardless when I want to buy time to get my thoughts together.
Perchance, amen.
Okay. Actually, this is the kind of conversations I sometimes have with my viewers on Twitch. So if you ever want to join my Twitch stream just to increase my average view count, feel free.
Explosive Gas 12?
No, just EXPGST.
EXPGST?
Yes, it's really just a shortened version so people don't associate me with Minecraft because I really don't play Minecraft anymore.
Your profile picture is literally a ghast.
But only Minecraft gamers would know that.
It's true. You're always a 5 seconds.
Oh wow! It's a farce. Hi.
We're recording a podcast.
Well, he knows. Yeah, Well, yeah, now we're going back to that. Okay, so Jimmy, let me ask you this. Why specifically is it irrational to believe that there could be a God? Or is it that the belief that you know for a fact there is a God that you have a problem with?
Personally, it's the belief that you know for a fact. So technically, I would be described as an agnostic atheist rather than hardcore atheist.
Okay, so you're saying there could be a possibility, but you're saying because of naturalism, it's kind of unprovable, right?
I'd say that there's a possibility, but I don't believe that's the most likely explanation.
And you probably wouldn't change how you act based on the belief that there is a God or not.
Exactly.
Okay, well that's fine. And, well, that's actually the best way to go about it. Because these values of beliefs, I personally don't think should be changed based on anything. So why does it matter if I convince you or discuss whether the God is provable or not then? Why does it matter if naturalism is the correct way of thinking about it?
It's interesting to discuss.
Okay, that is fair.
So you said that you didn't think it was right to change your beliefs on things?
Well, no, Now you created, yeah. Let's see.
This is going to be a difficult conversation to understand by jumping in, so...
No, I think I can explain it pretty well. Okay.
Basically, I'm not going to change the way I live my life based on the idea that there might be a God.
Yeah, and I think that's a good thing.
I agree.
Okay, now why is that a good thing? We need to get behind this so our viewers or listeners know why this is happening. Why does it matter that I stick to my beliefs?
I mean, if I really get into it, I would say it technically doesn't, but that's not a very good way to live your life.
Objection! I didn't say it right.
Why wouldn't you want your beliefs and basic morals to be flexible to adapt to like what you see around you?
Okay, so I have the answer to that. And it's not the greatest answer because, well, it involves being like one of all of us who like thinking about the system of thoughts we're in and why things are the way they are, right?
That's a lot of words.
Okay, I'll try shortening it. Okay, here goes. In 3, 2, 1. changing your beliefs is gonna require thinking about your beliefs, right? If I decide, okay, I'm gonna think, oh no, I've been doing this all along, I need to change the way I act based on all of this, which is generally a good thing, right?
Freestyle.
Yeah, basically.
Freestyle that. Do it.
You want me to... Okay, but I'll give it in two ways. I'll freestyle it, and then I'll explain it.
Plato's Dream is actually an amazing title for the podcast. That's actually great.
What's the title?
Plato's Dream.
Plato.
Plato. Like whatever. Clay stuff that you eat as a kid.
Play-Doh. Okay. We might do that. So rapping about what I'm thinking about right now is because it's hard enough to get my thoughts together, and I'm gonna try and be tough enough to get my thoughts in a way that makes sense to their every feel. So here it goes. First of all, if we spend all our time thinking about our beliefs, we never have relief from our own thought. It would distract us from living life and actually implementing those values. So what we need to do is have the time to get those clues, and then we just stick to it.
Quarter notes go hard. They go so hard, the straight quarter notes.
Yeah, it's my favorite style of rapping.
Rap anything ending with A. I don't think like other songs say it. It doesn't even matter.
Okay.
And nothing else matters.
That song isn't... Okay, so basically, I've kind of fallen off with Metallica. I've learned about other new bands like System of a Down and Five Finger Death Punch and stuff. I think they're way better because Metallica... I'm not really into metal.
System of the Down does the purple Chinese astronaut song, right?
No, we've been over this.
What purple Chinese astronaut song?
What is a purple Chinese astronaut?
They do
Down Hall.
Stuck in the Sound.
Whoa!
That's literally the same exact thing. Okay, look here. Look, purple Chinese astronaut. And we have this.
Okay, let's see. Stuck in the Sound. Let's go. Oh.
When I hear System of the Down, this is the song that comes to my mind.
Really difficult. Just watching a music video.
Okay, yeah, no. I am not gonna edit in a music video.
Okay, that's enough of that.
Yeah, that is enough of that. So anyway, I can get it because Stuck in the Sound kind of goes with System of a Down.
Yeah, it does make sense.
Same exact name, just like a parallel.
They make this on Chop Suey.
Okay, Chop Suey is not their best song though.
It's not the best song, but it's their most famous one.
Yes, which I think is dumb.
Are you becoming an elitist about System of Down, Jonas, or you think, oh, I'm one of the other ones?
No, I know lots of people listen to System of a Down. I don't actually listen to it that often.
Terracotta Pie.
Yeah, what a splendid pie, that pizza pie. Dang, I don't know what ingredients on that pizza pie. Yes, that's not the ingredients. Mushrooms, olives, peppers, onions, no, more, there's one more. I'll just look up the lyrics. Actually, that's a bad idea since I'm recording and my laptop has very little RAM. Oh, pepperoni, onion, peppers, onions, mushrooms, chives? No, I got that, yeah.
Your lens has the power to cleanse. Amen.
Perchance, amen.
Perchance, amen.
Okay, Dallin, do you get the perchance amen thing?
Perchance.
I don't know if that's a yes. No.
Amen.
Okay then. Back to discussing nationalism. Okay, how about I just edit out all the stuff that's not relevant to the discussion?
Toxicity.
Okay. Toxicity of
our city. Why? What do you own? The war? How do you own disorder?
Disorder.
To unfurl the epidemics,
Scientifically,
invented by genetic code. Time to mass.
Actually,
time equals timing to mass. So I
okay, stop. I seriously think that's a copy pasta. Please stop.
Who continue?
No, don't continue. Please don't.
At the eve of my creation, when my father's atoms from his serpent or sperm merge, take a bite out of my mom's egg, the forbidden apple, and my halo is formed for this energy transfer.
I kinda hate that, but okay. So, how about this? Instead of, well, actually, something I've been concerned about is that the discussion of deep, hard concepts like these is the thing a poser would do. A poser wouldn't just discuss them, they would actually implement them and then just be able to summarize what they're thinking in a few words, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we all posers.
No, but also yes.
No, I see, kind of.
You just want to act smart.
Yes, that's how I feel about it sometimes. Because I like to think that I'm smarter than other people, but I actually have no evidence for that.
You should come up with a measurement to prove that you are.
I do have a measurement that I can prove that I am with. But I also have many measurements that I can prove that I'm not with.
That's true.
So I kind of think I should just stop worrying about any of that stuff.
That's a good idea. I agree.
Yes, but saying it and doing it is a different. Oh yeah, there's this one thing I've always wanted to do. It's been a video idea for a long time. You know how talk is cheap?
Yes.
Well, I'm planning to change that. Yeah, I'm gonna make it so if anybody says anything dumb and says something they can't back up, they're gonna have to pay me $100. Then talk will no longer be cheap.
A stupidity tax.
Just said exactly what I said. That's a stupid thing to say. You owe me $100.
Okay.
Your laughter is unnecessary. That's another $100.
You owe me $100 now, Jonas. That was stupid of you to say.
Yeah, Jonas, you owe me another 100 too.
Okay, calling yours is completely unnecessary. And I'm just trying to implement the rule so it was completely reasonable. So instead of me owing you to $100, you now only have like $200.
Jonas, we know that, and since we know that was a stupid thing of you to say, therefore you owe all of us $100.
Okay,
but I knew you knew that. I'm just trying to make sure you don't forget that. So it was stupid of you to assume that I didn't assume you knew. So you owe me way more than $100 now.
Jonas, do you have Cash App?
No. I also don't have $100 to give you. Fallon, how many people do you think will listen to this?
at least 5.
I doubt even that many.
That's optimistic.
Yeah, and how long do you think the average view duration was? Because I put so much effort into editing my stream into some super nice highlights, but because I didn't use a clickbait title or anything, like no one watched it.
Jonas, you need to start doing actual clickbait.
No, that would be giving up my morals. If I don't have my morals, what do I have?
But like yourself. Instead of like, do you have your hair? Having the clickbait lie, have the clickbait be the truth.
Yeah, no, so what I initially said is Tekken 7 stream highlights out of context, right? But I think the out of context put some people off. So I changed it to just Tekken 7 stream highlights. So what do I need to call it? You won't believe you won't believe what this idiot says.
I should say something stupid so you can't clickbait it, but you won't believe what this idiot said.
I don't believe what you just said, perchance. Actually,
Perchance amen.
people saying perchance all the time is really something nobody would believe, though. You won't believe how many times people have perchance amen in this podcast.
We get an amen count.
I'm not going to count it. I could actually just send you guys the audio and you can fix it.
1 second. Discord is indexing. Amen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Only 10?
Typed out in the server.
Oh, that's what
you mean. Around 20 to 30.
What about perchance? Why are you guys sending videos in the thing while we're talking here?
Amen.
I have an issue when you say amen. Because it's like, sounds just like something else when you say amen.
Amen.
Also, okay, so let's talk about just something easier to discuss for our first podcast, just to get into the flow.
What's your favorite food?
My favorite food, I'd say at the moment, it used to be pie, but now I don't know what I'm craving. I'm kind of thinking something desserty. I can give you my favorite drink right now.
What is it?
Horchata.
Interesting. That's a good choice.
Yeah, I know it is.
Bro, why did my coworker just text me, danger, contaminated area, beware of mutant condoms?
I think it was a joke.
What does it mean?
I think there's mutant condoms in the area that you need to be aware of.
I hope there's not a sign up at my work, otherwise no one's going to get their oil changed if they think there's mutant condoms.
You do realize that doesn't mean anything.
Personally, I don't have a favorite food. I just eat whatever they're serving in the Gowdy Commons, which is the food area at my college.
I see, that's actually quite interesting to me. It isn't, though. No, this discussion about food is really less interesting than we were talking about. And Yeah, no. Please stop with the sussy images.
Sus amogus. Sus imposter amogus.
Yeah, I'm adjusting this microphone to prevent peaking, and I don't think it will. Oh well. Actually, how about this? I know about video games. Do you guys know about video games?
I have played a video game.
Okay, what do you guys think
Have
about...
you ever tried FPS chess?
No, that sounds really dumb.
The game FPS chess is very horribly optimized, I will say that.
Okay.
Dude, I tried playing against a friend the other day. Like, he had like some game PC thing. He was just wiping the floor with me. It was so boring. Like, I couldn't even move at all.
Yeah.
Getting...
I was playing against my girlfriend and I forced her to go to 5 frames per second, like limit it to 5 frames per second so I had a chance. Because I was still lost.
What is FPS?
I still lost.
Okay. So why would you
Everyone
want
wants a gamer
this?
girlfriend until she's better than you at video games.
That's not
What?
true.
Yeah, yes.
Well, I mean, it might be true for those who are masculinely toxic.
That's literally not how that term is supposed to be used, and you know that.
Yeah, I'm doing it ironically. Okay, I have weird issues. I do things, right, ironically or as a joke, and then people don't know that I'm joking, so they take me seriously. For example...
Jonas, the problem is that people can't tell when you're doing it seriously, or as an example, because you have zero tell as to whether you're doing it ironically or
Yes,
not.
that's a good thing for me. People enjoy deadpan humor, and it makes it more funny for me when they don't know that I'm joking. Except
it is quite humorous, I agree.
Except
There's
it
people
makes...
that are able to tell, I'm able to tell.
Yeah, because you know when I'm saying something really dumb, you know, it's probably a joke.
Also, I think like you, so I can tell just like the thought process is at least similar.
Yeah, so let's see. Oh yeah, so something I've thought about is how we crave human connection. Like, right now as we do this podcast and the viewer is listening in on us with this super clippy microphone, at least of my voice, why did you send a picture of a finger?
It's humorous. You're funny.
That's a horrible joke, Jimmy. Jimmy, you do not LOL your own thing. Okay,
You should do the giant XD.
please stop sending in the text chat.
What?
The whole, like, it doesn't make sense.
Guys, I want to play Roblox.
I don't like Roblox.
You don't understand the charm of Roblox games. They're so bad, they're good.
Yes, I understand that actually Phantom Forces has so much work put into it. It's kind of weird how much dedication the devs have.
But no. Free stuff, and all the games on Roblox are free.
Yeah, I know, but let me explain to you the Roblox issue. Or as I call it. Okay, the Roblox experience. I only played it while I was bored at the library, right? But the visuals are so off-putting to me that I'm like, no.
What kind of visuals are you getting right now, Jonas?
Actually, there was one super great Roblox game with actually non-Robloxy looking visuals. I'll see if I can find it, then I'll tell you. But I don't know, it's just so weird when you find an actually interesting, weirdish game on your... Please don't do that.
So you...
No, I need to fix it first.
Okay,
Yeah,
this is why all of your friends are as weird as you, okay? Because no one that's not weird would stay with you after you do something like that.
In fact, I'd say you're the weirdest out of all of us.
Okay, here's the one thing that I appreciate about that. It means I'm not like everybody else. Except that's completely wrong, because I am like everybody else in so many ways.
What is this game? This Roblox game? What is it?
Oh, the one I was talking about or some other one? Oh, Courtier at War.
There we go, here's the real one.
Is that the
trench warfare?
Is that the one where the dude who gave himself fanboys?
Yes, it's that one.
Interesting.
So basically, everyone there is really integral to history.
Now, sometimes I get on Roblox, and on occasion you just randomly join my games.
Yeah,
that happens. Look it up. I get on only a couple times a year.
Well, if your Discord's on, it will say you're playing Roblox.
Oh.
Okay, Jimmy, what's so funny about what's happening right now?
It's just funny.
Jimmy's a funny guy.
Interesting.
Project Lazarus.
Oh yeah, have you guys seen the Lazarus Project?
I don't know if that
Okay, it's a horror movie.
It's called Dr. Lazarus or something. I remember, because Jones told me to watch Doctor Who at a very young age.
That's the first episode you saw of Doctor Who?
Yeah, I know, it was the Lazarus Experiment, that's what it was called.
That's the first one. Oh, fuck.
Friendship ended with Doctor.
Yeah. I don't
Doctor Who?
Doctor Who.
Perchance?
Okay, amen.
Amen.
Okay, but none of our viewers will get the perchance joke, so should we explain it for them?
Okay. No.
I really want it. No, the more people who know
it will
about...
become funny by itself, Jonas. It will become funny to them, even without context.
No, that's why I hate memes, because some of the memes require so much background context that people are still like, haha, funny. And I need a charger, so I'm gonna get one. Talk amongst yourselves.
Perchance, amen. Did you guys hear that Dream did a face reveal?
I don't think it's real.
I've heard. I heard
think
about
it's real.
listening to a different podcast.
It's an entirely different hair color. The first one.
No, I think it's possible. That being said, hair that's that color is kind of like my color, and people, depending on the lighting, people can say it's either dark brown or like almost blonde, and it's actually really annoying because I think I have brown hair. Then some person will come out of nowhere and be like, "Oh, you have dirty blonde hair." I'm like, "No, shut up! I have brown hair."
That's what dirty blonde is. Wait, is that you? No, it's not. You don't have a game hair.
That's Dream.
Is that Dream?
You never told me
On
you were
Dream,
Dream.
at least.